How long before warp drive? I want to get Voyager as far from this death trap as possible.
I might be able to get it up and running, but I can't guarantee its stability with that constant power drain from the Forge's dampening field.
Harry, what about sensors? Can we...
Wait, aren't we...
Awkward.
Go ahead, Ensign. What's on your mind?
Well, aren't we going to counterattack?
What?
I mean...
What?
Are we just going to sit here and wait for them to attack again, or are we going to strike back?
What are we supposed to do without engines and weapons? Drift over there and use harsh language?
All right, Tom, calm down.
Thing's outer defenses could cut Voyager to ribbons.
Your team leader, Ensign Munro, will now brief you on your specific mission objectives.
My man, Ensign Munro, look how much he's grown.
First team is going to be a small group. Just myself, Telsia, Beesman, and Chell. We will board the Harvester and initiate the auto-return sequence. Once we rendezvous, we will spread out and proceed down this main shaft. We'll try to locate the generator for the dampening field and destroy it, allowing Voyager to escape.
And the other ships.
Any questions?
It's all led up to this. Ensign Munro is on a final mission to save Voyager from the starship graveyard. Let's play Star Trek Voyager Elite Force.
Anybody home?
How old is this place?
It's quiet. Too quiet. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Hey, Chell. Hope you're not afraid of heights.
Why? Uh-oh.
Hey, Munro. Chell's never gonna make it across. See if you can find an easier way down for him. We'll cover you.
I think I'll take the opportunity to eliminate any resistance ahead of time. Whilst I still can. What are you doing? You panicking? You panicking? You should be panicking. I've got to nail these jumps because I do not want to go drifting off into space like that. What colour shirt were you wearing? If I can make it all the way across this tube, there's a weapon entry terminal waiting for me. Stairs! Stairs for the hazard team. There you go, Chell. You're better at jumping down those than navigating all of that. I certainly would be. What have we here?
Looks like a dead end.
Wait, this is some kind of anti-gravity beam. We can write this down.
You sure?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Only one way to find out.
Go on, Beesman.
Does the hazard team get hazard pay?
I said that.
Team with you and it should get double, Chell.
Ha ha.
Woohoo!
Bye.
Come on in. Water's fine.
We've infiltrated the Forge.
There's atmosphere in here.
Lose the helmets. What is that sound? Oh, hello.
Must be the Harvester's uglier cousins.
Bigger, uglier cousins. And these Harvesters can shoot. The Harvesters have this bizarre but kind of cool techno-primal aesthetic. Like the technology is clearly advanced, but it's located in this tribal pit. Are those bone?
Well, they know we're here now.
They sure do. Oh. Oh god, that's electrified. Ugh. Oh no, I've jumped on the other one. No! Sorry, Beesman, if you will get right into it. This looks important.
That must be the perimeter defense controls.
Munro to Voyager. The defense grid is down. You should be able to bring in reinforcements to the docking ramp. But you better hurry. It's a pretty heavy resistance.
Understood. We shall be there as soon as possible.
Hey! What? That's my Nausicaa wrestling trophy! Alright, now I'm really gonna have to teach him a lesson.
It's personal for Rick. What are they doing with all our cargo? We know the Forge is taking and harvesting, but to what end? Whoa! That genuinely caught me by surprise. From below and above. Meeting a lot of heavy resistance as they're dropping down from the ceiling. What the hell?
Hey, check it out, man. There's some of those creatures in these containers. What's that all about?
Oh. We've reached this moment. A turning point. This is the chamber where the strategy guides, the FAQs always told you, save your game now. Okay, I will. Again with the aliens in tubes.
Man, here comes
There goes Chell! In an uncharacteristic act of bravery, he's going to try and seal the door so the aliens can't get in. Wait a minute, I just smashed one of those glasses and a Reaver popped out. Oh, I must stop shooting them. I'm running low on ammo for some of my weapons. Nice one, Chell. Down to my hand phaser once again. There's some ammo stations, health stations.
I can't get off a good shot.
Could this be the Hazard team's last stand? Rick Beesman with the save of the century. You are the man, Rick! We've got to finish the job. We're going to use his strategy. Stand up with the scavenger rifle. And then, what, the iMod? At least that's comic book accurate. Yeah, by the way, there's an Elite Force comic. Did I tell you about that? Have I mentioned that yet? Tuvok, Tom Paris! The cavalry are here!
Munro? He's dead.
Rick.
Dead? No. He can't be.
He saved us all.
The good of the many outweighs the needs of the few. Mr. Beesman understood this. He will be missed, but we must continue with our operation. Sensor scans indicated that the generator is on the lowest level. We will need to divide into teams and try to find a way down to destroy it.
Right.
Mr. Chell, Miss Murphy, I will require your skills.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now we're being accompanied for the remainder of this mission by the other two members of the Alpha Hazard team, Chang and Jarot. A couple of those Reavers were left behind. Oh, this is a lift down.
What is that?
Oh, hi!
Who are they?
I can't move him.
These are the avatars, the brains of the Forge. Do you mind where you're shooting, guys? Come on! Apparently these avatar attack with the Star Wars stun setting.
It's a whole army of these things.
Yeah.
For some kind of invasion. There's enough here to take a whole planet.
Not just a planet. An entire galaxy.
What?
These Reavers are the ultimate killing machines. We have spent thousands of your years abducting species from all over this galaxy.
I guess I'll join in and act paralyzed.
Pitiful creatures. To the Vohrsoth, you are nothing more than an infestation.
Hey.
An annoyance to be crushed like a...
Like a what?
What happened?
We Betazoids are telepathic. I was able to block the alien's voice.
We're against the clock once again, making it down the central core of the Forge. How are we supposed to get across there? Well, he's doing alright. He's just floating in midair.
Invisible force fields on the floor here.
Right.
Yeah, but it's segmented. There's holes everywhere.
Okay, now where? Oh, this way. Okay, we can see the path ahead. Do you know where you're walking? You have a lot of trust in following me, don't you?
Stop shooting! It's me!
Sorry, Jarot, I'm just trying to illuminate the path for you.
If Chell wasn't here, he'd have to change his hazard suit.
Can you imagine? What are you doing, Jarot? Be careful! What a leap! The Reavers are capable of these massive jumps. What is happening in here? Excuse me, Mr. Avatar. Should you be using this equipment? I think not.
They're like fetuses. They must grow them down here.
Grim.
Right. They must use the materials gathered by the harvesters to build all this equipment.
They're throwing everything they've got at us.
We've found the generator, creating the dampening field.
Excellent, Mr. Munro. Destroy the generator and we will activate the deck packs. We will then start the evacuation.
Understood.
Ensign, it is important that you succeed. All of Voyager is counting on you.
This is what created the Starship Graveyard. This is what's trapped Voyager and the other vessels. This is why we needed the isodesium. All of the suffering and horror ends at the barrel of a hand phaser. Oh, it's the Etherean ship! They're powering up. They're on their way. I don't think the Reavers are very happy with us. I don't blame them.
Insignificant.
Oh, not again.
You cannot stop us. This forge is but the first of millions. We will launch the seed. It will grow into a new forge and create thousands more.
Wait, what? Alex, where are you going?
You saw the visions. All this is going to start all over again if I don't stop that seed.
Wait, let us...
No! You've got to get your odd back to Voyager. This is my decision. Now go!
Just like we were at the beginning of the game, Alex Munro is all alone as he takes on the Forge. At last, the super duper weapon energy terminal. Check this out. To stop the seed and face of Vohrsoth, our weapons are getting supercharged.
Ensign Munro, acknowledge.
Munro won't turn back. He can't, not when so much is at stake.
Mr. Munro, you are violating direct orders.
Munro has come so far since the beginning of the game. He was reckless in the Borg simulation, but now he's been reckless. He's willing to sacrifice himself to save the entire galaxy. This is the final level of Star Trek Voyager Elite Force. If this doesn't look like a video game final boss arena, I don't know what does.
Foolish human. You cannot hope to stop the Vohrsoth.
What are you?
Cthulhu-looking thing.
I am the Vohrsoth. I was created by the Ancient Ones. I shall carry out their programming. The seed will be launched to create a new forge. We can never be stopped.
But through the thousands of years, your original programming may have deteriorated. Do you even remember who built you? Where did they come from? What did they look like? The race of beings who first made...
Alright, Munro, Captain Kirk, this is a very classic Star Trek strategy.
Silence. The seed will be launched. You shall be destroyed.
Unfortunately, there's no reasoning. We gotta defeat the Vohrsoth before the seed reaches this point. Gotta keep moving! The Ethereans! They're here!
So much better. More fodder for the flames of war.
The seed!
Seed stopped. Must leave. Dangerous. Come with us.
No.
One more job to do. Some kind of eldritch abomination. Oh, I'm just going to move over here if you don't mind. Right, I've got to avoid his ground blasts because he can deal a lot of damage. He's got a rocket attack. I need to dodge those as well. If I use the secondary fire of the arc welder on these tentacles, he's definitely a bullet sponge. Oh, free health! Free health! I'm running out of health stations. And running out of ammo. Come on, Vohrsoth. We're here to end what you've done. Yes!
This is just a minor setback for the Vohrsoth. We shall return.
With the forges collapsing. Quickly, Munro, get out of there! And the USS Voyager is free to attack the forge. Munro!
The forge has been destroyed.
We made it! Telsia, hi.
Penny for your thoughts?
What's a penny?
I don't know. Some old phrase I heard Paris say once. It was a nice service. For Beastman and the others, you can't bring them back. Don't live in the past. Look toward the future. You have a bright future.
Do I?
Sure. Trust me.
Is this a private party, or can anyone join?
Chell.
How are you doing, Munro?
Jarot Chang.
This can be expected.
The whole squad are here. Captain.
Lieutenant Munro.
Those pips suit you well, Lieutenant.
We got a promotion.
Sir.
You had us worried there at the end.
Mr. Munro disobeyed orders and did not board the escape shuttle.
Tuvok.
Sorry, sir. There was something I had to do.
It was commendable. You were
Those mess hall doors are all wrong in this scene.
As did the entire team. You all performed bravely.
The Hazard team has proven to be more valuable than we imagined. Starfleet just might adopt your idea when we get back, Tuvok.
Could do.
Thank you, Captain. But I think Mr. Munro is the one most responsible for the success of the team. It took some time, and not inconsiderable effort. But you have proven yourself to be an outstanding officer and a natural leader, as I always believed you would.
Thank you, sir.
He's lost for words.
I was afraid you would think my decision was too impulsive.
Sometimes, Lieutenant, your gut instinct is better than what logic and procedure would suggest. Both are needed in a good leader. That is why I chose you to begin with.
Yes, sir. I understand.
Why, Tuvok? Is that a bit of pride I detect?
Surely, Captain. There is no cause to insult me.
And so ends Star Trek Voyager Elite Force. Raven Software, Activision, thank you so much for this game. It had been a few years since I'd played the single player campaign from start to finish. I've enjoyed sharing my memories and favourite moments since it's a special game to me. Really the most important of my childhood. But the popularity and legacy of the Hazard team has continued for many other players as well. Despite being over 20 years old, Elite Force remains critically acclaimed as probably the best Star Trek game. A fun Quake 3 engine shooter, but with memorable original characters and a well developed storyline. Yet also legitimately authentic and true to the canon of the franchise, with the actual cast voicing their characters and the immersively recreated sets of Voyager to explore. Likewise, the multiplayer is themed around holodeck training, with the versatile mode offering classic free-for-all team games and capture the flag in familiar settings. And beyond multiplayer, countless fan-created levels and mods from when I ran the Elite Force Files website, including the iconic story-focused Colony 7, the intricately nostalgic Starbase 11, and of course RPG X, which gave Elite Force renewed life with a role-playing mode, spawning whole clans dedicated to new imaginative adventures. Voyager is closing this chapter as it sets a course for home, but Lieutenant Munro's story continues in Star Trek Elite Force 2. Thank you for watching, and set phasers to frag! If you liked my video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more gaming and geeking with a mix of sci-fi missions and social shenanigans. So be sure to come along for the Odyssey, and I'll see you again after a while.